Welcome to week 5, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood media arts director, Mr. Lee. Today I just want to bring your attention to all of the videos that we've had over the course of the last few weeks. The video on shot sizes, the video on composition and framing, and the last video we watched, the video on angles. This week you'll be taking a pre-test and then a final test at the end of the week, which will allow you to show me that you've mastered the concepts of these different shots and how they can be stacked together to make interesting compositions for film and video. I'm not going to go through every single detail that was discussed in those tutorial videos because you can watch those again. What I am going to do is show you some examples of the types of images that you're going to see on your test. And then I'm going to break down what types of shots they are, which is exactly what you'll have to do on the tests. This shot is a wide shot. You can see plenty of landscapes and the characters in the shot are quite small. So it is a wide shot. It is also a crowd shot because we have multiple characters in the frame. And it was filmed at hip level. So if you imagine the placement of the camera behind the scenes, you would realize that the camera would not be high, it would actually be lower at the hip level, not quite to the ground level. This next example is also a wide shot. Our character does not fill up the frame entirely, or otherwise it would be a full shot. It is also filmed from the hip level. You can tell it's from a slightly lower angle, but not quite to the ground level. You could also consider this a dirty single, because we focus on one character, but there are other characters visible in the frame. We just can't make out any details, and that tells us as the audience that these characters are not important for this particular shot. This is an insert shot. An insert shot is typically of an object and a part of the body. This could also be defined as an extreme close-up. Insert shots can be close-up or extreme close-ups. In this case, because we are so close to the hand that is in the frame, we would classify this as an extreme close-up. So as you can see, with all of these examples, there's not one correct answer. There are multiple correct answers, and some of them are slightly open to interpretation. The challenge you'll have on the test is to pick the answer you think is most correct out of the choices that I've given you. This is very clearly a low angle shot as we are looking up at the characters in the frame. It is also a crowd shot because we have more than 2 people, which would be a 2 shot, and of course we have more than 1 person, which would be a single. So we are very clearly seeing the faces of multiple characters. It's also sized medium. We are roughly at the waist of each of these characters, and it's also framed to be a point of view shot. We are looking up from the point of view of another character that is laying on the ground. You can tell this because each of the characters in the crowd shot have their eye line directly at the same point, which is the face of the point of view character that we can't see. Sometimes point of view shots will be very obvious because you'll actually see part of the point of view character's arms or hands in the frame. Think of a first-person shooter video game where you see their hands floating in front of them. That is a point of view. Other times, a point of view will be a specific angle in a room or looking through a hole in the wall. This is a high angle shot. High angle shots are designed to make characters look weak, and in this moment, Harry Potter is weak and afraid. The shot size of this example would be a medium full shot, as we can see part of the hip below the waist. And because there are no other characters in this frame, it is a clean single. We only see one character, and he is not obscured by a secondary character or other characters in the background. This is a low angle shot. Because the size of the shot includes the entirety of the character's body from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet, it is also a full shot. If we were pulled further back and the character was smaller, it would be considered a wide shot. But because the character takes up most of the frame, it's a full shot. Again, there are no other characters in the frame, so it's a clean single, with nothing to obscure us from our main character. This shot is taken from an eye level. You can almost imagine this eye moves slightly to the left and it would be looking directly into the lens. It's also an extreme close-up because we are only seeing part of the face. And because we have something in the frame blurry and obscuring the character, it is a dirty single. So you will be looking at images just like this on the test, 20 of which will be multiple choice, where you will choose the best description of the shot types from a list of 4. And then 5 will be short answer, where I'll be giving you a word bank of different shot types, and you will type in all of the different types of shots you think apply. For those short answer questions on the test, you will receive partial credit. This week, your pre-test serves as practice, but if you make a 90 to 100 on the pre-test, you do not have to take the final test. Everyone will get credit for just attempting to take the pre-test. Even if you don't do well on it, that's quite all right. It is meant to be practice. On Wednesday of this week for my A3 class and on Thursday of this week for my magnet classes, there will be a live review where I will go over each of the examples on the test and explain to you what shot types apply to each of the examples. With this amount of preparation, the fact that you have each lesson available on video, and that you're given this review, the pretest, and a live review opportunity, there's no reason for you not to do well on the final test. If you have any questions, as always, contact me on Schoology. Many of you have probably heard from your parents by now, as I've been reaching out to them in the course of the last few school days. That will continue this week, as I continue to try and help you be successful in this class as many of you prepare to return to the building next Monday. I hope to see you at the live review on Wednesday or Thursday, and I hope you have a good week.